Welcome to Berwick Mitsubishi. My name's Tim and today we're going to be doing a walk around video of our 2014 Mitsubishi Outlander plug-in hybrid electric vehicle, or PHEV as we call them. We're going to go around the outside, have a look at the quality of this vehicle, then we're going to have a look at the inside, go through a little bit of the hybrid system that Mitsubishi have adapted as well. Looking at the front of this car, it does have that typical Outlander shape that was around in the year 2014. We've got these really nice big headlights with our headlight washers in the front. Bit of chrome down here on the, around the fog light on the bottom, and a nice silver across the bottom of the bar. The black, white and chrome contrast across the whole car really comes up really well. A couple of very minor stone chips which have been touched up, otherwise this car is presenting absolutely beautifully. I quite like the white that they've used here. It's a really nice finish. Being the Aspire, moving around to the side here, we do have these nice alloy rims which contrast the dark and the lighter colours with a practically brand new tyre fitted to it as well. We do have our PHEV badge just here on the front guard, colour-coded mirror caps with a built-in side indicator as well. I'll quickly get the camera person to point out on the top here, we do have a sunroof with this car. I'll run through that a little bit more once we're inside the car, but I do like the way the black of the tinted sunroof stands out against the white car. Bit of chrome accenting to break up the darkness of the privacy glass windows. Maybe some tint on the front window would go really well in this car, really break up the colours again. Chrome door handles here. As for marks down the side of the car, while I've been talking, I've been trying to have a look for you and I haven't really noticed much going on there. Looking at this tyre, once again, looks like a brand new tyre with another alloy rim with no scuffing on it whatsoever. In here, I haven't popped it for you so I can't open it to show you, but we do have our fuel filler cap and our plug-in for our hybrid electric motors as well. Moving around the back, we do have colour-coded rear parking sensors and a reverse camera as well, with a nice chrome garnish across the top and our Aspire badge on the side. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up in here. I'm going to go through the back. So in here, it should really be in the back, but I'll show you anyway. There's your plug-in for your actual electric motor. AGL are currently advertising that it will cost you $1 per day to fully charge your vehicle overnight, which is quite good running costs. This is where they normally keep it, just in the back here. Nice storage area, so then no matter where you go, if you're going to go stay at someone else's house, you can actually plug in your car and charge it. And you've got access to the rear battery should you need it, just in the back of the car here. Lifting up this again will reveal your tyre puncture kit and your jack as well. So then if you are stuck on the side of the road in emergencies, you do still have all the tools that you require. And that clips in nicely, nice solid design. You do have your privacy shield as well for all your cargo. And as for wear, there's no marks that I can see in here. This car is actually beautifully looked after. I just wanted to point that out to you really quickly and run through everything in here. We do have the automatic boot. So here we just got the button, we press it, it'll beep and then lower down. Being the Aspire, it is the top of the range model in this range. Moving around now, we do have, sorry, on the other side that was only the plug-in, this side's the fuel, so you got them on each side. The fuel gauge does tell you that this is the side that's on. Once again, practically brand new tyre with another alloy rim. Thought I saw a mark, but it just wipes off. That looks to be in perfect condition as well. This car is actually in really, really good nick. You'd be forgiven for thinking it was a demo model. It's just in such good condition. Aside from those few stone chips on the front, it just presents absolutely beautifully. Once again, practically brand new tyre. Looking at our last rim, one small mark here. Trying to be as picky as I can because I haven't found anything for you. Probably about as long as my fingernail, but otherwise that rim also presents beautifully. Now I'm going to pop the bonnet. We're going to have a look at the engine in this car and then have a little bit talk about the fuel consumption, because that is really the advantage of buying a hybrid vehicle, is the way it runs with a petrol motor, which is a 2-litre engine, and the 4-motor electric motor system. So what this car's got is it does actually have 4 motors on each of the wheels, which are electronically driven. So if you're driving under 80 k's an hour and you don't need that extra oomph from the petrol engine, you will run your plug-in hybrid motor over there, so that's the main control. Then, like I said, each wheel's got its own little motor. So as you're driving along, if you're going under 80 k's an hour and you don't need that extra bit of oomph from the car, so you don't put your accelerator flat to the floor, you will only be using the electric charge that the car holds and using no petrol. Then on the other side of the engine bay, we do have our 2-litre petrol motor. So cruising over 80 k's, it will need some help from the petrol motor. Run low on charge, the petrol motor kicks in. Need more power, petrol motor kicks in. A combined usage of this actually gives the car an average fuel rating of 1.9 litres per 100 k's. So the car does have a 45-litre tank, and you can get over 2,000 kilometres from a full tank of fuel in this car, with its 5-star ANCAP safety rating, fuel efficiency and safety, and the luxury of the Aspire model. Probably some of the really key features that you'd be looking for at a Mitsubishi hybrid vehicle. Now, moving to the interior of our car, the interior of this car is absolutely beautiful. This car hardly looks used at all. It has done 63,000 Ks. Like I said, you'd be forgiven for thinking it's got demo kilometers on it. It's just in that good condition. Over here on the right, we do have our side electric mirror adjustment, as well as full electric window control with our child lock buttons too. Moving the wheel to the right, I'll show you we do have these paddle shifters here. Well, they're not really paddle shifters. I'll explain what they do in 1 minute, but you do have a plus and minus paddle here with the right control arm with our indicator and headlights, and then on the left we've got our front and rear windscreen wipers. Steering wheel itself is leather wrapped with no wear on it whatsoever. Right hand side we've got our speed limiter and our cruise control settings, and over here on the left we've got our media and Bluetooth settings as well. I'll quickly point out on here we do have our speedometer on the right hand side. On the right here we do have our fuel tank meter, as well as our battery charge meter. So we actually haven't charged the battery up on this, which is why the petrol engine is running currently, but that will charge up the battery up to about 80%. In order to get the full 100, you do have to plug it in overnight. Over here we do have the charge and eco and power. So as you accelerate, this needle will go up. As it hits the power, the white lines, that's when the petrol motor will need to kick in and you'll start using some of your fuel. If you are running it in charge mode, it does add friction to the brakes. So as you take your foot off the accelerator, the car will gradually slow down from friction, but that friction will drop it into charge mode and you'll replenish the battery a lot quicker. That's what these plus and minus paddles are for. You can actually change the force of that grip. So if you have it right up and you're going down a hill, you can take your foot off the accelerator and brake, and the car will still slow down a bit. You actually feel it as you adjust through the harshness of that, and you can have it adapted to your driving conditions. So it's a really good way to just charge the batteries while you're rolling, and just keep the fuel efficiency as optimum as possible. Moving to the center of the screen now, we've got this nice piano black finish with our sat nav built in there. I will quickly throw the car in reverse and show you we do have a nice reverse camera with our lines there to help you judge distance. With those reverse sensors, it really makes parking a breeze. Moving down from that, we do have dual zone climate control, so each side of the car can have its own temperature setting, so you just adjust that there with your hard button for your fan in the middle. Down here, what we've got, don't know how well you can see it, what we've got here is we've got a 12 volt socket as well as a nice little charging port for our keys, so you can stick your keys in there as well. Bit of storage and 2 cup holders. With this car we do still have 2 keys, one of them is still wrapped in plastic. Like I said, I can't believe this car's actually done 63,000 Ks. Now here is our gear shifter. This is going to take a little bit of explaining. So at the moment it's in park. We do have a button to press to put it into park mode. Now that braking mode I was talking about before with the paddle shift is actually, you can put it straight into that by just pulling this straight back. Oh wait, we have to be driving. And then we just pull it straight back and it goes into brake mode. So you have to be in drive first. So if you push it sideways, we go into neutral. Sideways and forwards will put us in reverse and activate our reverse camera. Sideways and back will put it in drive. And from there we can turn the brake mode on and off and adjust it from there without the paddle shifters. Here we've got charge and save mode. That just changes the way the petrol motor kicks in. Charge mode will have the petrol motor always running, just charging up the battery for you. Save mode will try and save as much battery power and balance out using the battery engine and the petrol engine to maximize fuel economy over long drives. So on the freeway, that's kind of handy to have. Down here, we've got our 4-wheel drive lock for our all-wheel driving mode. And then just here, we do have our seat warmers as well for the 2 front seats. We've got a center console, which inside we do have a nice little tray, and underneath nice deep storage with the USB port as well as our power 12 volt just in there, which is really good. Now I'm going to get my camera person to pan around the interior really quickly. We might actually get them to go up first and we'll have a look at the sunroof because I forgot to mention that. Just opening up this cover and then we got nice smooth operation of the sunroof. So I'll show you that it works quite well. And then you just push on the same button and that tilts it open just to give you a nice amount of ventilation. Pull that across if it's too bright like it is today, and then that's it. So I'll get my camera person now to show you the quality of the interior of this vehicle because it is absolutely beautiful. Very little to no wear on all the leather seats. And I'm going to have a look at the service history while you do that. I'm guessing, judging by the quality of this vehicle, it is going to be perfect. First service was done at 15,000 Ks. Next service was done at 29. 46 and then 63,000 Ks. Service performed by us, so this car does have absolutely perfect service history, which is very good to see. So I'd like to take this time to thank you for watching our walk around video of our Mitsubishi Outlander PHEV. If you have any questions, please give us a call on 9907 0555 and one of our friendly staff will be happy to help with your inquiry.